I think Friday can start now.
Absolutely.
Valana my laptop. I mean, what's the point? After that song, why are we still working? Why are we still trying to be productive? Hey? The Ndimas are here.
That's right.
You know what it is.
They are thriving, hence it is Sibling Thriver.
That's right.
I love how you play the words there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Because there is a rivalry, but there's also thriving, so thrival.
Yeah, we thrive more than we rival.
Well.
In front of the camera, there is.
Well. We'll leave it there. They say a son, especially when he's the second born, he's the rabble rouser in the house. This is for you, Talitha. Answer it. You're protected.
Must I be honest?
You are protected.
No, not even a little bit, hey. He is such a sweet nongonyana shem. There's no rabble rousing at all. If anyone is, it's probably me.
Zooks.
And we've had this conversation, and I've told her that you do know that you're like the black sheep, right? As old as you are. So.
I take on my role very proudly.
Is it?
Yes, 100%. But that's who I am.
Oh my word! So you're the middle child?
I am the middle child,
there
so
you go.
rightfully so, right?
Yes.
Spam, bam, thank you, ma'am. Right in the middle. Zooks, now you being the youngest of the two sisters.
Yes.
And being the boy.
Yep.
I mean, give me the dynamics there.
Look, coming into the world, right, I thought I was going to be, coddled, the last born, but I then realized that, no, man, the fact that I'm a boy and the fact that I'm now a man, that just takes me to the higher level.
Yeah.
Now I'm like the big brother. I'm the one who's like, guys, we need to talk about this. Guys, let's do this. Guys, this, that,
Let's
huddle
up. Let's huddle up.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm the one who takes over that role. Even though dad is still there, but I'm the one now who takes over the role of now I must look after the clan. So,
but now who is the mediator between the kids and the parents? Because, I mean, we know it can be Israel and Palestine there sometime.
No, not really. I think we have such different relationships with our parents that I know the relationship I have with my mom is definitely not the same kind of relationship that he has with mom. So, I mean, he's a mama's boy. And so when I want stuff, I go to my dad.
Oh, so you're daddy's girl.
100%.
Yeah. Now, people, I love how people experience you guys. And I want to come to that. I'm sure you've been asked this before, but the podcast thing. How did that begin? How did that start? I mean, who came up with the idea or what brought through the idea?
There was this thing called COVID-19.
Oh.
And a lot of things started there, and this was one of them.
Is it?
Yeah, so we went away on a vacation together, which we've never done before.
Okay.
And while we were there, we were like, you know what? We've been having such cool conversations here. Conversations that we don't normally actually have at all, but just because we were in a space together for a couple of days, we were kind of just like digging deeper into things that we've never done before. And so we were like, it would be so cool if we put this on camera or on something.
Yeah.
And so we decided to start when we got back to Joburg.
And now, Zooks, when this idea came about, are you comfortable with it? You strike me as a shy guy.
Look, I am an introvert, right? A lot of people will disagree with you, but for me, remember, so being the younger brother or the younger sibling, I've always grown up being like, I wish Talitha thought I was cool because I always thought she was so cool.
Oh, yeah?
So when this now
she was
comes
defying
up,
the order.
right? So now when this comes up, I'm like, this is great. I get to actually be in a space with her and get to talk to her. So for me, I'm just like, oh, this is a promotion.
I've made it.
Yeah, absolutely. And she finally thinks I'm cool then. For me, it was like her saying stamp of approval with, yeah, okay, boy, yeah, you can join me in the big leagues now. So I was really happy, even at my big age.
So before this, before the podcast, what are you guys doing? Talitha, what's your line of work?
I'm an actress.
What's that?
You look at me like, what? I'm an actress. I've been an actress since 2008. I've been on TV for a long time. That's all I've been doing, and I guess that kind of increased my cool points over here.
Yeah. So you know who my sis is?
Yeah, exactly, 100%. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. I mean, when we started it though, I was on a hiatus. I took like 3 years off. Yeah. And I went to the Eastern Cape and I was like, no more, right?
Yeah.
But I'm back now. But yeah, I'm an actress.
Zooks?
I'm a corporate boykie.
Yeah.
I work in corporate procurement, which is like...
Hi. Okay, all right. Let me check my documents. Okay. I'm submitting. Okay.
Yeah. So went to school, studied. You'll hear on the podcast as well. I tell a bit of a story in terms of how that all went. And then I went into corporate, and I've been in corporate now. I just got a 5-year award at the company that I work for being there for 5 years, and I'm like, hey, people are.
Are those long-standing awards now? 5 years. It used to be like 40 years you get a watch.
Exactly.
Now it's like 5 years you made it.
I still have my father's 25th year anniversary watch.
That's giving,
Yeah. I still have it. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Cool. Yeah, and I was like, how much is it worth? Well, don't ask. It's gold. Oxalayo. Actually, that was my first watch, and I still hold it very dearly. It keeps failing, but flipping hell, the bottom line is it came from dad to me, so one of those heirlooms.
Oh, a bit sentimental, are you?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Now I read something and I looked at it and I immediately felt for your parents. I was like,
What?
But ukuzalula mara kodwa la.
We're the sweetest kids.
No, you are, but you're not multiplying.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm a little
Okay, wait. Are you multiplying? Zuko, are you multiplying?
Wait, hold on. You know what our parents told us? Uncle T, our parents told us, Ukuti, and we were taught and we were brought up in the church and sakaloloba marriage before kids. And as chatanga so by two. So we have no business having children.
No, sure.
That's the end of my story.
How about finding the one?
That's the problem.
Work in progress. We've been manifesting. We've been praying.
But obviously, Utito Bonba is already. So it's up to God, It's not up to me.
No, stop it. They are not ready for us. What do you mean?
I think this relationship is the reason you are not finding the one.
Never.
Yes.
This relationship has only really been like this over the past 3 years, to be honest.
Yeah. Also,
3 years is a long time.
Yeah,
it is, but you're also old.
If love strikes within a minute and then in 3 months, 6 months, you know that you want to spend the rest of your life with this person, 3 years is a lifetime.
Uncle T, did you know, how long did it take you to figure out
2 weeks?
Yay!
And then she ran.
Of course, because 2 weeks.
It was too good to be true. It's like, angakamniki kodwa uthi. Bani, police. Segati already. Because when you know, you know.
That is, I don't know what that feeling is like, but I can't wait.
Don't wait. No, you'll feel it. No, you'll feel it.
Wow.
It was Ukonja ati hiatus for 3 years.
You know, very quickly.
We should set him on some management course overseas. Yeah. Because when guys are approaching, they're like,
Not even a little bit.
Do you know how I'm the opposite?
Yeah, he's so nice to the people in my life.
I am so nice. And then it's her who then comes back to me and says, no, I'm trying to...
No, you know what? There's a lot of working that I've had to do for myself, you know, working on myself, working on the way I communicate, the way I show up in a relationship and all of that stuff. And I think if at any point this had happened earlier, I probably would have messed it up, but I feel like I'm in a good space now.
Yeah.
To give to somebody else.
Is it?
Yeah.
So what was missing? Because I thought, Zuko, you and I know that girls are 5 years ahead of us.
Correct.
In terms of maturity in general.
Yes.
So what did you feel you still needed to work on? Because according to our books and barometer, you've been ready before COVID.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if age is got anything to do with it, but there just comes a point in your life where you take a hard look at yourself. You know, people say they look at themselves every day, but there's that hard look where you just like, let's be honest, Nyanya and Talitha, how do you show up in a relationship? What is it that you're giving to somebody else? Yeah. And then you go, not much. I'm kind of fluffy and on the surface.
Yeah.
And I don't share enough. I don't give of myself enough. I don't express enough. And so then you go back and go, okay, how can I then, why are those things happening? And then how can I make it better for myself? And that's a process. I mean, that's a process of a psychologist and honesty and tears and all of that stuff. And, you know, it's a hard thing, but once it's done, and you can show up better. I mean, I show up so much better, I think, with him than I used to.
I was about to say.
Yeah, and only because I had to do the work for myself.
Do you think you'll be able to love somebody the way you love Zuko?
Well, that's weird.
Not. Yeah, I know.
Not you're like a brother to me.
Yeah, because this is your brother. But I'm saying the level, the height of it. Because one of the things you mentioned in the podcast is one of your biggest fears is losing Zuko, right? But isn't that love?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be nice to have a parallel to that, but from the erotica side?
It would be lovely.
Right?
I think the scary part, though, is that I could have that, and you just hope that that person has exactly the same for you.
Yeah,
so I feel like at some point we do kind of hold back a little bit, just because awumazi labuti. Honestly, Daktanda, but like, do I know you? Not really. Do I know about uzochinja ingqondo yakho at any point? I don't know.
I think that's the risk that comes with it, isn't it?
100%, which is why I think a lot of people hold back, and which is it makes it a difficult question to answer, because then it speaks to unconditional love.
That's right.
Yeah. And a lot of the time, as much as we don't like to say it, a lot of the time the condition is that you love me back.
Yeah, of course.
As much as I love you.
Guys, love is conditional.
100%.
It's a. I always say, we hate to say it's transactional, but it really is. Why? When I give, I do have an expectation
of getting,
right? And should I? It starts with just a simple thing of saying, "Hey, I miss you." Should you not say it back? What happens?
My day is ruined.
Exactly, right? Because it's a trade of freedoms, simply put. Because it's like, dude, I've actually relinquished my freedom and I put it in your hands. Me saying I miss you is basically saying, dude, you have my freedom. You can tell me not to go. I would not go.
Exactly.
Right?
It's power. I'm giving you power.
I've relinquished everything I have and I've put it in your hands. Do I have the same though?
Look, I think for me, I'm absolutely with you, and I'm smiling throughout you talking, because I'm just like, oh, she has grown so fast. Right?
Little girl, old girl.
and in what you're saying, and I guess it's about looking at, okay, there's a joke that goes around that says, in all your failed relationships, you are the common denominator.
That's
At some
right.
point, you need to look at that.
Yeah.
And I think also in that, and one of the points that you made was the point about, then you're like, I'm not sure if I want to give myself over to this or risk. And what I believe is that you can only receive as much as you give. If I'm 1 foot in the door, the person who walks into my life, they can come in 2 feet in the door and they're just going to overwhelm me.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to, when they are, because for me, I'm not there. So I think it's very important as well to also be able to kind of like give to yourself in order for you to give to other people. Then it becomes more of a risk, but less of a risk in terms of it working. Because now you are absolutely open. I always say that a hand that is half open can only receive half.
Yeah.
True.
So that for me then also becomes a very important part of it. Is it a risk? Yeah, sure, it's a risk. But
big
then,
risk, big reward, buddy.
That's right.
Yeah.
Where's that wisdom coming from?
Yeah.
We
had this conversation last week about wisdom, and I was like, babe, that young Shia, you don't go.
I'll sell it, Toby.
But I'm so proud to see the person he's become. I'm also like, I look at him like I'm his mom, and I'm like, oh, you know so much about life, my boy.
my men.
But we had the conversation. I think it boils down to just being curious about life, about yourself, about other people. And that's where wisdom comes from, because then you don't just make up your own decisions about one thing and go, this is the way I want this thing to go. If you're going, where now, Tungandon? And what about you? What are other people around you doing? I think wisdom comes in curiosity.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
As well as I think for me, another big part of it is experience. This thing of
You can't
going
buy it.
around- you can't buy it. And to a very large extent as well, I mean, you can talk to a lot of people, but certain things only really click to you once it happens. Once you bump your head there, chances are, if that pain was big enough, it will inspire you to change and find all the ways that you possibly can to be able to.
You will
do that.
gain after that.
Yeah.
There's no other way, especially if you accept it and you take it in. Like, you know what? I don't like how that made me feel, purely because maybe I didn't bring my best foot forward,
100%.
or maybe I thrown myself too early into it, and therefore, what is there for me to learn from it? I love that approach to failure. What's the lesson here?
Correct.
You know, I mean, it's not that I'm failing. Yes, I am failing.
Yeah, for sure.
But at what?
Exactly.
And how is that revealing who I am for the next chapter or for the next move, whatever the case may be?
And that takes a lot of honesty with yourself to be able to
Somebody
answer
gave
that
me a
one.
trick.
Yeah.
My son, he's 21. He says, Dad, you must try something. I was like, what? He says, you must try taking water and put it in a bucket or whatever, and then immerse your feet in it and sit in front of a mirror.
Okay.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, what does that do? He said, just do it and watch.
And then
What?
what? You?
Why am I scared?
Hey, let me tell you that I haven't tried it. It scares me because it says the real you comes out.
What? Why? Because of the water? Because of the bucket? For the
80% of your body is what?
water.
So it forces you to not be physical.
Alright, get a chance.
And I was like, hey, wait, there's no way you learn this thing from YouTube.
Because that's your source of knowledge.
But you see, even yesterday, our check-in question was like, our kids know more,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
The only thing that they can learn from wherever they're getting the information from is interpretation,
Yep.
is
Experience.
is experience, is wisdom. They have knowledge, but where's the wisdom of it? And I was like, but wait a minute, in whatever he's saying, clearly he has already practiced it. And what is knowledge if it's not applied? There's no wisdom.
Correct.
100%.
So in his wisdom, he's able to say to me, try it.
Try it.
I can't believe you haven't tried
No, I
it.
haven't.
No, come on. Can
And
we
he
give you a homework assignment? Because kaloku Uncle T Tina sifuna uva ngawe yabona ne, and then usixelele, and then Tina we can follow as abalandeli bakho.
Follow Anton. I've already set the band chatting. Nabantwana.
Oh, I can't laugh.
Thank you. And then the playing fields will be level.
Okay. I'm definitely going to try it. I'm very experimental. So
Is
yes,
it?
I'm doing it today.
Oh my word.
Anyway, and when I come back, not the same person, you'll know why.
Yeah.
But now you must call your coach now. You must get Hey, coach, this is what I'm about to do. What's
Now I can't wait for episode 77.
Damn it. Caught up. You're a blink.
You're a player.
So episode 77, I know the first 5 minutes of it is about you. Hey, what's going on with you? I think that's gonna be lit.
I'm doing it. I'm totally doing it.
I'll bring the back. Do it live.
No.
Uncle T is so scared. He doesn't want to.
No, but you know what happens as soon as you put a camera up to anything, it
Yes.
changes.
It changes.
Yeah.
And I think that's what the water is doing.
Yeah.
You chose Clear Soul, Tali.
Yes, I did.
Tell me.
It soothes me.
Oh.
That beat, first and foremost, the Skalengala beat.
Yes.
That beat for me is just unlike anything I've heard.
Yeah.
Or not unlike anything I've heard, but like you don't hear a lot of
This.
this and what it speaks to in me. I still
That's
don't
right.
know what it is that it speaks to in me. But also the lyrics also. I love literal lyrics,
Yeah.
and I feel like you can't misinterpret
That's
those
right.
lyrics.
That's
And
right.
Why don't you just let go? Amen.
Amen. Fucking yawe manzini. Yeah. Now,
quiet down your ego.
That's right.
Yeah.
In the world where there's so much and you think nothing is new, yet here comes these two and they bring out something that is so under our noses to celebrate kids of the same branch.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah. It's that old age saying of things hiding in plain sight.
That's right.
Where it's something that we've always had, and I guess it's a human thing also to take for granted.
Very,
I think
very much so.
that's a big one.
And I guess it's also easy to, like you said, to rival each other instead of thriving with each other, isn't it?
100%. I mean, sometimes you get put up against each other unwillingly by parents or by people around you, you know, which kind of makes you rival each other. But what I've figured out is, you know, the relationships we have, like the love relationships we have with, you know, strangers and how we work on them.
Yeah.
When it feels wrong, you're like, no, okay, you know, let's go see someone, let's go see a pastor, let's go see a psychologist, whatever.
Let's work on it.
Let's work on it, right? We don't do that
With family.
with family.
Yeah.
And it's exactly the same concept. It's a relationship. And people are constantly changing. He's constantly changing. He's changing his mind about stuff. He's changing who he is. And if I want to keep up, I have to work at it. I have to actively pursue this relationship every day. Otherwise, it's not just going to work.
Yeah.
Nothing does.
No, nothing does. Nothing does.
Actually, that's a very good advice for those who are in relationships, because the person you're with is no longer the same like yesterday.
No, which is why people fight, is because you're growing at different rates, and then you feel like you're sheka, and you're just like, catch up already, but you know, you'll never grow at the
Is it a
same
bad
rate.
thing
What?
to say to your partner, catch up?
I mean, not in those words.
I think it's a selfish thing. Simply because I feel like you are zoned into that one particular aspect of them as a person.
That's the wisdom coming.
So saying to them, catch up, that's not what we should be looking for. We should be looking for constantly. It's like that, what do they call it? Compound consistency in terms of growth. Yeah. And you as my partner, me using you as my partner, as a 2IC. So that you can then also teach me things where I need to catch up. So I think it's very much about, we just need to want more.
Yeah.
That's where it starts. Because once
Want
you
more
start,
for each other?
want more for yourself. Because the each other then auto is an automatic benefactor of that. Your partner, your sibling, your friend wanting more, automatically for you start benefiting from that. And you start being taken along for that ride. Which becomes so difficult. It's like saying to someone, man, this thing that you're doing doesn't work for you, stop it. Oh, man, you are not going to get results there up until they see it for themselves, and it's something that's coming from inside of them. Then it becomes a pleasure.
And a thing we do also is we wait for there to be a problem before we can start addressing. If we're going every month, siyapuma, siyoncokola, catch up with each other. How's it going? How are you feeling? How are you feeling about that thing? Kunjani spot, whatever, you know, where we're catching up, not because there's a problem, but because we're just filling each other in with what our lives are doing.
What's the age gap between you two?
2 years.
2 years.
Yeah, no wonder.
No wonder what, Aguti.
You're twins.
Basically, yes.
Because my youngest two are 2 years apart.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Bazzy twins.
Sure.
Get on
To separate them.
Why would you want to do that?
No, I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, sometimes one has to go and see a doctor. The other says, no, I'm coming.
Oh, that's so sweet.
No, what do you mean my brother's going there alone? I'm going.
Are they brothers or brothers?
Brothers, two brothers.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that makes it easier. I didn't want him around all the time.
Oh, wow, thanks.
I tell you, he knows it though. I was just like, everywhere I go, I'm a putty. Found your own life, you know.
That's what Mom was saying.
What?
Mom was saying, like, I was chatting to her this week, and she was just like, Talitha, like, literally, you had to tag along to her things, and she hated that. It's so crazy when I look at the podcast now, and I'm like,
this too.
life unjani.
I grew up. I did some inner work.
I want to go back to how the whole intentional thing you spoke about. And this goes for all relationships, be it family, be it friends, be it romantic. Zuko, you are just about to run the comrades.
Yes, sir. Boo, 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 boo.
I'm just about to finish, comrades.
That's right.
Yeah, there we go. Because there's a big difference.
Listen to the one. Boo, 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 boo. But she's the one who's shaking in her boots about this whole thing. Why? Because you'll be there supporting.
Yes. I mean, his last 2 marathons, I was crying. Crying. Why? I don't know. I wasn't even there. You know, he did the Cape Town Marathon and the 2 Oceans.
Yeah.
I was just tracking, you know.
Yeah.
But when, like, you see him, like, he's got 2 kilometers left, and then you feel about,
Yeah.
And I was a mess, you know, just a complete mess about it. But I think I'm so proud of him. It's incredible because it's something I don't think I could ever do.
Same here.
It's also something that 1% of the world does.
That's right.
So
Crazy
for
people.
me to know someone, exactly.
Yeah.
For me to know someone who's in the upper 1%, I'm just like, this is insane. But just by me being his sister, now I'm the Pagla 1%.
Now,
I think it's pride, man. Uncle
Zuko,
Steve.
you watching your sister do what she does, acting and all.
Yep.
Are you able to watch her?
I find it difficult.
Or
to
you
watch.
struggle? Yeah.
Really? I definitely find it difficult to watch her. And I've never really figured out why. I mean, as a lighty, I always used to think, whoa, he kissing soon. You know, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
And then now, and I guess it's something that we've never actually even spoken about. And I don't know, like people will send me things. Don't be behind. Talitha is on this. Here is the show. And I'll watch and I'll just be like, oh man. And I'll read the comments and I'm just like, oh, Talitha, guys. It's like I'm watching you doing your job. I don't know. I've never really actually even gone into how I really feel about it.
Really?
Yeah.
This is your moment then.
Yeah. Do you know what I think could possibly happen? I could be wrong, but let me know. You know me, right?
Yeah.
And you know me being myself all the time.
Yeah.
So does it not feel weird seeing me trying to be somebody else?
I think it does.
Yes,
I
of
think
course.
it definitely does. When you are Officer Tandeka.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're like, this
And
one.
you're
no.
talking Afrikaans there. And I'm like,
It's a strange thing because you know someone so well. It
Yeah.
can almost even feel fake. Where you're just like,
true. Very true.
Okay.
I'm just like, hey.
But
also
don't you
people are-
feel when she's in trouble, in whatever character she's playing,
Yeah.
don't you find yourself reacting not because you're watching TV, but you react as a sibling?
Yes, correct. When she's worried there in the hospital and there's a doctor or whatever. Definitely. Because I still see Talitha. I haven't been able to divorce myself from, this is a character.
Now,
This
okay.
is-
Now,
yeah.
okay. Hold that thought.
Yeah, sure.
Hold that thought. Sbarsako.
Yeah.
You are now her husband. Do you think he'll manage?
He should manage.
Hanjani?
Simply because Sibling ndiyakuthanda. Ngoku ndingakwazi.
I love you, food.
So much.
Because you are able to do something for my sister that I will never be able to do. Kumthanda ngendlela that I will never be able to do. To protect her, to play a role in her life, to become her other half. I'll never be able to do that.
Yeah.
So, and she definitely deserves that.
Yeah.
And it's something that I would love to happen. Obviously with the rules, because it needs to be the right person.
Yes.
Right. And
she must want it.
and she must want it, right? So for me, I really feel like there's a lot that is hidden in certain times where we play a competition role. where we should be playing a supporting role.
That's right.
And a lot is lost, especially for this person that you say you're supporting or this person that you are loving, when you don't allow them that opportunity.
Yep.
It's like having a close friend. Like I've had my friends. They start to get married.
Yeah.
And now it's like, you've got a new bestie now. It's
Yeah,
weird.
yeah.
But immediately then I start building the relationship with their partners. Then our relationship becomes better.
That's right.
And
that's a supporting role right there.
Yeah, absolutely. We kind of
Yeah.
start to understand, okay, and we see that we've got the same goal in mind, is that this person must be ultimately happy. So it works like that.
Yeah, you can't be starring in all aspects of your life.
No.
Sometimes you're a supporting act, and,
That's right.
and that's fine.
Yeah.
And there's no such thing as a small actor, only small roles.
Oh, come on now.
Come on. Was that a pearl? Did she just drop a pearl? We're here with Ndima's siblings rivalry. Time is running out.
Oh my God.
But you see, what I love with the podcast is exactly that. It's not staged. It's organic, and you feel like a fly on the wall looking at siblings doing what they do. But I think there's something you're depriving us of.
Which is what?
Why don't you do this thing live, man?
Well, are you a seer?
My crystal ball.
So, Uncle T, we just
Like I'm going to foresee. Oh, sorry. I nearly foretold.
So we recently managed to get 25,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is a big feat because YouTube is
Come on.
So we've decided, in order just to honor those subscribers and to say thank you, that we will spend a day with them and shoot an episode with them, hang out with them, play games with them, eat with them, drink with them. And we've just dropped the poster, actually.
Literally.
Just before we got here.
No way.
Yeah, we've
On
got
our
the poster
Instagram,
up
yeah.
on Instagram.
Oh, okay,
so
okay.
If you'd like to come and hang out with us, please get your tickets at Quicket. There's only 50 seats available.
Oh, wow.
So quickest on the draw gets
Absolutely.
in. But we just want to say thank you, man. And also, there's been a lot of cries of, we'd love to interact with you guys. We'd love to actually have these conversations with you. And we've gone, okay, fine, let's do it. Just to say thank you.
When? Where?
So we are doing the show on the 15th of June.
Okay.
It will be at Case in Point Studios in Craig Hall. And yeah, so guys can come through there. And yeah, unfortunately, tickets are limited. We are so sorry, guys.
Yeah.
But we are hoping that it's going to kickstart something else, right?
That's right.
At some point, things will never just happen if you wait for them to happen. So we are trying to happen to things.
100%. Get Miley said.
You know, there's something I'm seeing, and Zuko, you must agree with me.
Okay, I must.
Yes.
Let's see how this goes.
Should there be a docu-movie about Umam Kiza? Who should play it?
No. Let's go to a studio break. That's
go
your
to the
part.
shops.
Yeah, let's go to the shops. All right, well, thank you so much for joining us today as we head to the shops and pay our bills. Because, are you calling me Uncle T? Sorry. I'm so sorry.
You come to a man's house and you talk like this. Hey,
Uncle T, please,
I'm not going to be a
cut.
brother-in-law anytime soon.
Cut. This is the worst thing. This is my worst thing.
Why?
No, because I'm Funi.
Utawufuna imali, andit?
Guys. Nithi nifana nala sisi.
Talitha.
I really hope she does not listen to this. And no one in her family or extended friends.
I think right there I just planted a seed.
Oh, watch my email blow up. Watch.
So now,
No, how about Masatsana Kumalo? Yabona chomi. Jay, it was right. No? Umbona Masatsana. Look at this face. Oh, wow. Miss SA 1995. Come on now.
well, you only have to choose one, and I'll give it to Zooks.
Oh, okay.
Shasha or Burna Boy?
You can play the Burna Boy.
You're so
Zuko.
sweet.
Sorry.
And Yan Pendulela, straight.
Yes.
I don't have a voice. I feel very unseen.
I am the deputy. I'm the deputy parent, dog. It's in me. It's in my blood.
There we go. Thank you, Mom. I think let's go with Burna Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think for me that's such an upbeat, hype up song.
Yeah.
So yeah, happy with Burna Boy.